Hi Vijay.
Hi Aditya. Thank you
Welcome.
for having me.
Sure. Welcome to sudeepaudios YouTube channel, and we would like to know a little about you, and then delve into the IRA awards that you are associated with. So, if you could introduce yourself to our viewers, and tell a little about your journey in the field of sound, and maybe name some films that you've recently worked on.
Okay. So I'm Vijay Rathinam. I'm from Chennai. Born and brought up here. And I'm a sound designer, so I'm mostly into film post-production. I do sound effects. I cut sound effects. I perform various roles in some films. I also supervise the entire sound editorial as a supervising sound editor slash sound designer. Or sometimes I do effects for, work as sound effects editors for other um, talent from everywhere, really. And for some projects, I do foley supervision. I have a foley team. So we collaborate with a lot of overseas um, films. Recently I did this Arabic film called Head to Head that's on Netflix. And I did a Netflix series called Mech Cadets. It was mixed at Skywalker. And I collaborated as a foley supervisor on that with my foley team there. And then recent film was there was I was nominated for the British Independent Film Awards earlier this year for a movie called After Sun. That I think that got played in Goa or Goa Film Festival, yeah, in India too. So worked on that. So I basically do a lot of projects all over. I mean, before the war, I was doing a lot of work with Russian movies as well. And of course, being in Chennai, I'm definitely doing Tamil films too. So I'm someone who's all over the place. It's not just one market. Currently, I'm doing a Telugu film, a Tamil film, an Amazon India series, and I've just finished this UAE series. So yeah, and a Chinese film that's coming out soon. And I collaborate a lot with Foley artists in China. I do have a Foley team in China, so I'm recording Foley with those um, talents all the time. Even for the Indian movies that I'm working on, I'm recording Foley in China. Um, I mean, I got to know them through an event with the MPSC, and yeah, and it's been going great with them ever since. So, and I have a background in sound. I studied MSc in sound at the University of South Wales in the UK. Used to be called Glamorgan University. Now it's called University of South Wales. That's in Cardiff, in the United Kingdom. So that's a little bit about me. Um, yeah.
Actually, that's quite a lot about you. I mean, in the sense that the kind of work that you've done is at such a young age is really commendable. So,
I'm
congratulations.
41. So
That's young enough.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Vijay, speaking about awards, congratulations for winning the ones that you just mentioned. Have you also won an IRA award in the past?
Yes, I have. I think it was about 3 years ago. I'm not exactly sure, 3 or 4 years ago. That was for the movie Gully Boy.
Okay.
I worked with Ayush Ahuja and Udit Duseja on that, and I did, supervise the entire Foley and all that. So yeah, that was the one that I won. Yeah, but being a part of this IRA jury, Indian Recording Arts jury, since last year.
Yes.
So it was, yeah, it's pretty good.
So, what has that experience been? I mean, right from being an award winner, how did that feeling? What was that feeling like of getting a an award from your peers? From India and
It's great. It's definitely. I mean, any such awards like like the Indian Recording Arts Academy or MPSC, or these are judged by peers. Basically everybody in the industry, all the experts from the industry that you work in. So it's definitely up there in terms of how your peers see you. I consider that as a big respect towards the person who's receiving the award, and by the experts from the same industry. So it's kind of like an honor.
So, from being an award winner to now being a part of the jury, you're in the second year of the IRA jury, even this year. So, how has it been working, doing jury duty? How has it been so far?
Last year was fun. I got to see a lot of content from so many people who submitted various kinds of content in different formats. For the streaming platforms, because Indian Recording Arts covers a vast majority of a vast categories. They have awards for short films, streaming content, streaming shows, movies. So there's a big um, section of categories, and being a jury, I got to see a lot of these um, submissions from across all these categories, and it was very interesting to rate them, in my opinion. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And do you also get to kind of learn from these submissions? And I mean, is there a learning also that happens in the process of, judging?
It's definitely um, a great privilege, I think, and a great learning experience for me to look at the best artists' work, sound artists' work, sonic artists, if you can call it that, to look at their best work and you know decide and give my opinion on it. And each artist, they deal with this kind of they try to tell a story in their own way. So it's very interesting to see how each person, with the directors, collaborating with the directors and music composers, how they try to tell that particular story. So it's definitely a learning experience for me, sure.
Right. And I'm sure it's a lot of hard work also.
It does take time to watch all this content and rate them and start giving points about which one is better, and sometimes there are so much good content, good work coming
Mm,
from India, and the I normally start marking out as I go along, and then it gets to a stage where you don't know what to be. You're struggling to pick the one.
correct.
So it does get difficult, but yeah, it can be time consuming for sure.
So, Vijay, basically, IRA gives an opportunity to sound engineers and technicians in India to come into the limelight and have their work be recognized not just by peers, like you said, but also get recognition when they are not just being judged by the peers, but also competing with other good content. So it's in a way raising the standards of your audio editing,
Def-
audio recording, and different categories, like we know.
it's definitely a no-brainer. To not even submit to something like this it would be a crime in my book. So I strongly recommend people to um, submit their entries as early as possible, and participate in this amazing organization's event.
Great. And what is the listening environment that when you listen to these kind of submissions, where do you as a jury member listen to them, their
I mean,
work?
last year we were all given content to all the media came through online, and I listened to everything in my studio. Um, I'm on a 5.1 sound design studio here in Chennai. So I listen to everything in this environment. With Indian Recording Arts Association, you see almost all the jury members are top professionals in their own field, and
Yes.
they're all working on some of the best studios across India. So anything that anyone submits to the Indian Recording Arts Association, it's been judged in some of the best studios with the best monitoring systems, with with the great minds that have been doing this for so many years. So yeah, that's why I consider this recognition is something that anyone can be proud of.
So I really hope by listening to you, a lot of sound designers and sound technicians will become, nominate themselves for the award, and wish you all the very best for the jury duty, and see you at the event in Bombay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.